Why, hello, I'm Maris. This is GamerQuest. This is Layers of Fear VR. And I do want to thank the devs for giving me a copy of this to check out. The first game was very well done, quite a oppressive experience, and this one is equally as oppressive. As you can see here, the hand icons that they did use in the original game do show up. This is essentially the same game, but when you're in the VR, you are in the environment, which, in my opinion, does step up the experience a little bit. It's much more, you're more absorbed into it. As you can see, we're looking around here, finding the notes. It's now, in the audio in VR is quite good too, and you can definitely hear all the rain coming down. I'm sure you can hear it in this too, that like white noise, slight white noise, the thunder, the piano music, just everything. It's definitely a beautiful environment. So I'm sure you've noticed by now that black circle that's coming up around the edges of my vision when I'm walking. That is implemented so people can play a game without getting motion sick. It's just something they have implemented. Certain games are starting to do it more. It actually is very effective. We got singing in the bathroom. Again, the environments are very, very well done in this. This game lent itself very well to VR. You can also interact with, a lot of the things, move them around. One thing you can't do in this is, as you see that bottle kind of flew up back into the closet, you can't really like throw anything around or break it, so to speak. It will go back to its location. Again, that's just mimicking the original game. So let's keep on walking. I like how they have these come up in VR instead of like in the PC game where your screen blacks out and you can read it that way. Really, really great graphics in 3D in this. I can't, it's hard to tell on 2D, but like you can really see the edges of everything. It's like it looks like it has weight to it. Very, very rendered, beautifully rendered. Uh-oh, it's a closet. It's the pantry. I will tell you what, some of the places in this game are dark. Fortunately, can't play with any of the garlic. Not that my vampiric self would be good with garlic, LOL. And who am I kidding? I eat garlic by the clove. I love garlic. The more garlic, the better. So still looking around, looking around. I do also have to say that the footsteps do match very well with the pace at which you're walking in this. Sometimes it can... Oh boy. Oh, speaking of jump scares, hilariously, something actually startled me so bad in this game that I fell over while recording this, but we'll get to that. Lovely office here, beautifully adorned. The house is beautiful, it really is. Lovely fireplace, stepping on glass. So much for, like, sneaking. Nice little key. Now, I do like the fact that the keys go directly into your inventory or anything that you need inventory-wise. Just ends up in your inventory. You don't need to pull it out or anything. It automatically uses it for you. So you're going to see when we go to the study door, since that was the key for, or I should say the studio door, that was the key for that door. So it's just going to automatically use it when I grab the handle. Some little illustrations, Red Riding Hood. You can see how they stack them up to indicate that there's more than one. And the rogue ball. Hard to see, I know. Again, this is a dark game. They make it that way. I do not have a flashlight or like a lighter or anything like that, so... So this is a good example. See, it just plopped right back down where it belongs. Now this was fun. They did add that you did have to twist that key and hold it to play, so that was pretty cool. I'd love to know where this purple light's coming from in this kid's room. It can't just be that the lamp that's lit. Look at the texture on that paper. There's some rain. Alright, so we're gonna move along here. We've checked everything out just to make sure, because you never know. This is obviously another version of the game, so it's very possible that the devs could have put in a couple Easter eggs or a couple little extra things to add a little flair that you want to look for. And onward we go. See me trying to grab it right there. I didn't realize at the time that it was just going to use the key for me. Here's our nice little studio. Actually, quite a large room when you're actually standing in the room. Oh, the unveiling. Ah. Look at my beautiful art. Some more crazy letters. I actually literally had to jump up to try to twist these because that's how tall this thing is. Sorry about the plane passing over if you can hear that. It lends to the spookiness of this. Just leave it at that. So, here we go. Here we go. It's always the hallways. The hallways always get me. Lights change. That's not good. Like, I really do think in horror games, the hallways really are the worst, especially when they have, like, books and pictures on the walls and stuff like that. Like, you know that stuff's gonna come flying at you. That or someone's gonna come, some monster's coming careening down the hall. Like, it's always that. And it always gets you every time. You know it's coming. It's more the, oh, we're doing this again. Okay. So here we come into our first little puzzle piece of the game. It's obviously the little chest with the item in it that's going to give us a little flashback. So we need to figure out the code. So let's look around and find some stuff. Look how nice I am fixing the drawers. It's like, oh, that's not in all the way. So here's that save the date. So originally, since it's been a while since I played this game, you're going to see me go over to the chest. You see me pointing it and reading it right there. You're going to see me go to the chest and put these numbers in. Again, I did forget. It's been a while since I played this. After this, though, it started really coming back to me. Get startled enough, too. That'll jog your brain real good. Yep. Now, obviously, as you can see, I'm looking down at my controllers right there, because I did just press the wrong button. In VR, you can always reset where your floor is in case you get stuck or things like that. So there are options to reset yourself in VR. So as you can see, that didn't work. So I'm like, duh, okay. Go, walking around. And then I come over here and it's like, oh yeah, duh. And there she blows. Okay, here's our item.
The thought alone that the most beautiful piece of art doesn't have my name on it is killing me. So, will you marry me?
If she knew what was coming, I imagine she'd say no. Slight spoiler, if you haven't played this game. If you have played this game, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. So here we go, another fun thing. This wood paneling's beautiful in person too. Always looking around, making sure I'm not forgetting anything. Again, I also want to make sure I don't miss anything in case the devs added extra stuff in, or, throwbacks to certain other things. Yum. Whoops. Unfortunately, that is not where I fell. That did not startle me enough to make me fall over. My love. If you do want to read these, just, pause the video, watch it, or read it. Again, if you did play the first game and beat it, you know the storyline already. You kind of understand what's going on. Especially as more of the vignettes play as well. I do have to say that, like, hallucinating and the things like dripping and doing that is very disorienting in VR. It is a very scary, interesting environment and thing to go through. Ah, isn't that lovely? Our friend. This is me tilting my head like, what the hell? Horror games were made for VR. Like, if you really like being frightened, you have to play horror games. Even adventure games. And here we go, the hallway with the stuff on the walls. You know what's coming. You know it. And, like, the problem is that's right in front of your face. I'm looking back, waiting for the monster to come after me. Or a monster. Ah, here it is. The room. So you see, a little hand here. And I'm gonna, turn around and then, oh my god. And there I go. Let me pick myself back up here and dust off. The thing was right over my shoulder, so, like, it's... Oof. You can't hear me. Obviously, I have the mic muted on the headset while I'm recording this, but I was cracking up after that. Because it's a good time. No matter how frightening it is, it's always a good time. Again, all the beautiful Victorian Victorian wood paneling. Oh, more hallways. And crying.
Hello. It's about time for us to talk, don't you think? I mean, I've seen you in my house so many times, and yet I could never find the courage to face you directly. Not until now.
So as you can see, there's some issues going on. And throughout the game when you play this, you do continue to get vignettes and little remembrances that will fill you in on the story, even if you don't read any of the paperwork or the notes or anything. This is a crazy closet. I was hoping to find a light switch to turn it on, because I try to be mindful about how dark things are when I record, but unfortunately there was not a light switch there. The first step is the hardest, so now I'm like, oh, something's wrong with the floor. The kitchen with the ominous lights. This door did not want to open. Yep. I think I stepped on something there. I have no idea what that noise is. There's all sorts of creepy stuff going on at this point. No, look at this. There's knives flying at me. There's people banging down the doors. It's all sorts of squiggly lines in my vision and crazy colors, and now look at this.
First, I looked for a canvas. Not just any canvas. I had to find a knife. Not one of those bread ones. It needed to be as sharp as a razor. So I used a razor, in fact, and then carefully flayed the skin. Booze helped keep my hand steady.
I do have to say this about the voice acting in that part. He definitely does sound intoxicated while he's explaining what he did. So I have to give that to the voice actors. Oh, and here's our studio again. Because you can definitely tell, you know, something's going on in his voice. Here we go. So that's the first portion of Layers of Fear in VR. I am going to take a look at the little area here. As you go through, these open up, so there are 6 areas. Again, that was the first. And, yeah, it's a wild ride. Thanks for checking out the video. Thanks for stopping by. Like it, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all later. And here I am just going into the elevator of hell. Oh, yes. But we won't continue here. I will see you all later. Take care. Thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to donate, go to gamerquest.tv/donate, and I will see you on the next video.